Now let's try to see a new type of question. Let us say some number is given like n factorial, and now this n can be any number, either it can be 5, 6 or 10, anything. Now let us say they are asking us how many zeros will be there at the end of it. Okay, so in this case the number of zeros is 5 factorial has only 1 and 6 factorial has only 1. If you look at 10 factorial, 2 zeros are there, right? So now we are supposed to find it out. Now what is the method that we have to use here is, you just find out in the 5 factorial, you need not find out this entire product. Okay, now what you could do is take this, let us say 5 factorial, which is 1, 2, 3 into 4 into 5. Now you write everything as a product of prime numbers, right? So 2 is already prime, 3 is already prime, leave it. 4 can be written as 2 square, isn't it? Therefore I can write it as 2 cube into 3 power 1 into 5, right? Now how do we get a 0 in any such number is, whenever we multiply 5 with an even number, right? So let us say in this the even number is 2, isn't it? That is the only even number which is prime. Therefore you can pair up 1 2 with this 1 5, that is going to give you zeros, right? Now if you observe it, 2 power 3 can be written as, let us say 2 into 5 into 2 square into 3 power 1. Now this is what is going to give you 1 0, right? Therefore in order to find out how many zeros you get in a number, you just write down it and then write in the prime factors and then find out how many 5s are there, and you pair each 5 with a 2. Now one simplification here is, you already know that the number of 2's will be anyway greater than 5. Therefore you need not search the number of 2's. If you can search number of 5's, it is enough. Now why did I say that the number of 2's are going to be greater than 5? The reason is, before you get 5 you get a 2 and you get 2 2's here, isn't it? And again before you get a 5, so where do you again get a 5? Let us say 6 into 7 into 8 into 9 into 10. Let's say this is 10 factorial. Okay, now here you get 1 5 and here you get 1 5, but then in every even number you get 1 2, isn't it? Here you get 1 2, at least 1 2, at least 1 2, at least 1 2, at least 1 2. Therefore the number of 2's will always be greater than number of 5's. So if you have to find out the number of zeros at the end, you can just simply find out the number of 5's which will be there in the prime factorization, right? Now how do I find out the number of 5's which will be there in this one is, you just take this way. See, let us say this is a number 5. If I have to find 5 factorial, just you take the number 5 and you divide it by 5, you are going to get how many 5's will be there in this 5 factorial, right? What I mean to say is 1 2 3 4 5. How many 5's are there? Only 1 5, isn't it? That is why 5 by 5 you get 1. Now 6 factorial, let us say, then 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 6. So in this how many 5's you get? You just do 6 by 5, but then you get 1 point something and you take the floor, right? So you can count the number of 5's this way. So the number of 5's that will be present in any factorial you will be getting it by dividing that n by 5. Now let us assume that you are talking about 10 factorial. Now if you want to find out how many 5's are there, now if I do 10 by 5, then what is it? You are going to get 2. Now where are these 2 5's present in it? One is present in 5 and the other one is present in 10. Even though it is not directly visible, it is nothing but 5 into 2, isn't it? Therefore when I divide any number with 5, I am going to get exactly how many 5's I am going to get. There is an exception now. In case if the number is less than 25, then definitely only 5's you get is by dividing with 5 and you get it. In case if you have 25 inside the number, then what happens is, from 5, if I am talking about 25 factorial, I want to find out how many 5's are there. 5 will be there, 10 will be there, 15 will be there, 20 will be there, 25 will be there. Therefore I will be getting 1 5 from here, 1 5 from here, 1 5 from here, 1 5 from here. Even though I get 2 5's from here, if I divide it with 5, 25 by 5, the answer will be 5, which will be showing us 1 5's from each one of them. But then here I have one more 5. In order to get this, whenever the number is exceeding 25, greater than or equal to 25, divide it with 25, then you will get the extra 5. Got it? So this is the method which we are going to use. Find out the number of 5's, and that is enough to find out the number of zeros. Now in order to find out the number of 5s, you first divide the number with 5, then it is going to give us how many number of 5s are there, and sometimes some 5s will be hidden like this. In order to find that, you divide with 25, and if the number is, let us say, greater than 125, then again you have to divide it with it, right? Now let's see the method here. See this? Trailing number of zeros in n factorial will be equal to count of 5s in the prime factors of n factorial, right? So what it means is, if you take n, you divide it with 5, then you are going to get how many 5s are there in n. Now if the number is larger than 25, greater than or equal to 25, then you should also divide with 25, so that you will get the extra 5s which are present in 25, right? And if the number is still greater than, let's say, 125, then you have to divide with 125, so that you will get the number of extra ones present there. Got it? So this is the manner you are going to find it. So once you can find out all the 5s, then all the zeros is easy without even using the factorization method. Now let's see some examples here. Counting number of zeros at the end of 5 factorial. Now one method is, you can write the entire number as product of prime numbers. Okay, it is called as prime factorization. Now after writing the prime factorization, it is clear that there is 1 5. Therefore you can say that the number of zeros is 1, right? Or you can directly take this number 5 and you divide with 5. Now you are going to get 1, and this number is less than or equal to 25. Sorry, this number is less than 25, therefore you need not divide with 25. So the number of trailing zeros will be 1. Now next one here, counting the number of zeros at the end of 10 factorial. So if you have to find out in 10 factorial, one way is expand it out, do the prime factorization, count the number of 5s there. Now if you see this, the number of 5s are 2, and anyway the number of 2s will always be greater. So you can take 2 2s and pair up with these 2 5s, then you are going to get 2 zeros. That is one way. Other way is, since the number is 10, divide with 5, then you are going to get 2, which means there are 2 5s in it. That is the answer. In case if the number is greater than or equal to 25, you have to multiply again with 25 and add it. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities, but whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.